I intend on getting married and having kids. Don't get me wrong. But this whole thing where I'm told that I'm going to be sad and miserable if I don't, stop telling me that. A bunch of guys who are watching are like, who the fuck is this guy over here? Right? Ready? Okay. Barry. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to describe it.
I've got a lot of examples.
There we go. Ready?
In my life.
Okay, we can do this. Barry, how old are you?
Next month I'll be 79.
He'll be 70. Barry's going to be 79 years old. Barry, what do you do?
I'm a photographer now.
He's a photographer. If you guys go to Weekend Cowboy Photography, Barry, you're on TRT also, right? Are you on TRT?
What's TRT?
Testosterone replacement therapy. Are you on TRT? Okay, right. The reason why I want to bring this up,
Instagram, you'll know why we have him on.
Is because Barry is 78 years old, surrounded by women all the time, and I brought him on because I am sick and tired of this narrative about us being old and alone. Because Barry is my I love my life. And I want to be Barry Nadell. For any of you who are like, who's this dude on the show? Go look up Weekend Cowboy Photography and then tell me if you're 78 years old, if you want to be running around like that. Barry, let me ask you something. Age range of the women you date. What is that? What is that usually?
30 to 45.
30 to 45?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I've had the experience because of being a photographer and knowing a lot of models. Okay, they all congregate, and I always get hugs. Congregate together, and I always get hugs and everything else, and I love it. And I have had women come up to me and said, I need to know you. Who the hell are you?
Yes.
I see all these beautiful women around you. I need to get to know you. And
it's because they think you're Robert Kraft.
Listen, I've got gray hair, no six-pack. I lie. I say I'm 5'10". I'm really 8.5.
Okay.
But seriously, I get that, and it's really true. It's amazing, and they want to date me. It's ridiculous.
Have you ever been married?
I've been married twice. Two women, 30 years combined.
Wow.
And you're done. You're like, no, I'm not the marrying guy anymore. Okay.
My second divorce, she deserved a lot of it, but cost me millions, and I'm not going to do that again.
I just love having Barry, the 78-year-old happy man that's here, that is surrounded by women up in Chatsworth, California, in his beautiful ranch with his horses, and dozens of women come up there to shoot photography with him every week. And I'm just like, whatever you want to say, you can get angry, you can get mad, whatever. Yeah. Barry is Barry. He exists, and you can't tell me he's not real because I can see him with my own eyes. I can see him.
It's crazy how many people come up to me.
Huh?
If he was a woman,
what do you mean?
He'd be the worst thing on the planet if he was living that life.
But if he was a woman and he was happy, then that's fine. The point is I'm being told Barry can't be happy because Barry, you have kids too, right?
I have 2 happily married kids, 4 grandsons, and I'm very close with them.
Do they come over for the bikini competitions at your house?
Absolutely not.
No, they're not allowed to come?
My daughter says, Dad, you've earned the right, live your life, have a lot of fun. We have a very close relationship. But she said, I will never want to meet anybody younger than me. Okay? And my daughter's over 50. So she'll never meet anybody.
Guys, there's a bunch of people who didn't know that they're putting W Barry in the chat. Yeah. W Barry in the chat. I told you, man. I knew when I saw you 2 days ago when we were at that party. Barry and I were at ESPY's party 2 nights ago, and I was like, I need to have Barry on the show because Barry is specifically anti one of the main tropes that I hear. I intend on getting married and having kids. Don't get me wrong, but this whole thing where I'm told that I'm going to be sad and miserable if I don't. Stop telling me that.
I mean, you got married twice, right?
Yes.
It wasn't like you never wanted to get married. You had the experience, and now...
Yeah, I'm just tired of I'm tired of the lonely old man trope. I'm sick of that trope.
Oh,
I'm sick. I would live at Barry's house if it wasn't so goddamn far away from Los Angeles.
Okay, but if Barry didn't have women coming in and out of his house for...
He rides horses. He lives a beautiful life.
If you didn't have women coming in and out of your house... Would you feel lonely if you didn't have models all the way around?
I have other things that would interest me.
And I still feel like you lived a full life.
Like
you did the
but
kids,
the fact that I became a photographer by accident, really by accident, I wasn't looking for it. I love my life.
How did that happen? Explain how you came into it by accident.
I was doing my rodeo sport where I was shooting guns at balloons. Okay,
that's what he would be doing.
I did it for 12 years, traveling the country, having a blast. Okay, a lot of cowboy friends. I call myself the weekend cowboy. Okay, I developed arthritis in my hand, and I couldn't shoot fast enough because it's single action. So I took a polo, and I played polo for a couple of years, and then I hurt my back. Okay, and I'm sitting around, and I get a call from a close friend of mine.
How old were you when all this was going
on? I was about 64, 65.
You became a photographer.
I got on my first horse when I was 50. Okay, I got a call from a close friend of mine who was an attorney, and he said, "Barry, I volunteered for something, and I can't go. Can you take my place?" I said, "What is it?" He said, "Judging a bikini contest." I said, I think I can do that. The following week, I was in the Bahamas, and I'm watching all these photographers shooting these models. There were 100 models there. Okay,
it was Paradise Challenge.
No, it was something else. But I was bored as hell, so I started carrying the lights for the photographers. And one of them says, "I don't live too far from you. Why don't you be a photographer? It's a lot more fun, and I'd be happy to mentor you."
Wow.
So that's how I got into it.
But what's your thing? Because I think every man that sleeps with women that are younger and attractive, they all know why they're a G. Why are you a G? Like, do you?
What's a G?
Barry doesn't know about no top G, no bottom G. Barry doesn't know nothing about that.
Like, why do you think women are attracted to you?
Because they're tired of these guys that treat them like shit. Hello. Okay, and most guys do. They're into themselves. They don't like guys their own age or within 10 years of them. Okay, and I treat them with respect. We have fun. My favorite is musical theater. I take them to concerts. I see everybody in concert. I've seen Justin Bieber 4 times.
Wow.
Okay, I see Taylor Swift all the time. I was seeing Taylor Swift when my daughter yelled at me, "Why are you seeing Taylor Swift?" Now she's paying $1,000.
Because it's on bitch wants to go see it.
And
who makes the first move, though?
Both ways it's happened.
Average age of the girls.
30, 35, 45?
35, 45.
Average age is probably 33, 34.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And do they want kids?
Yes, but in the future.
I don't think you guys understand.
And I'm totally honest with them. I tell them, I'm not getting married to you. We're never going to have kids. Okay, we're never going to live together. But I'm going to be there for you for anything you need. The other day, the girl that I've been seeing for over about 3.5 years, she was having some problems taking her eye drops. She reached in her purse, and she dropped her nail glue.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Okay.
I've never heard that happening before.
So
Me too. Yeah.
I ran over to her apartment, picked her up, took her to the emergency room, waited for her, okay? And then the next day, I made an appointment with my eye doctor, okay? And her insurance didn't cover my eye doctor. And I took her to my eye doctor because, eyes are too important. And and a guy her age or within 10 years is not going to do that.
Yeah.
And it's because I care about her. And I'm happy to help her with her rent or do whatever she needs.
The guys our age can't even give you a ride.
No, listen.
Interesting.
But you know what? If a guy's that age are listening to this podcast, they need to think about. That's why guys like this.
The point I want to make is like when Justin Waller talks about gentleman game, I hear all these people. He's like, well, because he's so good looking, blah, whatever. Like my man over here is 78 years old and he's 5'8.5", and he's like surrounded by women. You guys are going to make every excuse you can about why this works, and I've seen it. I have seen women compete for Barry. Barry shows up to my events. Barry is rolling 30 deep with girls. Say whatever the you want to say, but it's crazy. So the thing is, pre-selection is real. In case you didn't know, it was real. And whatever criticism you want, just remember, dude, you're not 78 years old.
What are some of the events in like the publications, like the magazines? I would presume, like what have you shot for?
I've had girls published in Playboy, Maxim, FHM. And then there's a series of a lot of other magazines.
And do you still do the same events, those bikini content, like Paradise Challenge and that kind of stuff? Yeah,
well, I got involved with an organization called Swimsuit USA, which is very respectable, been around for years, run by a lady by the name of Kathy Wheatley.
What up, Kathy? In Houston.
Hey, Kathy.
Kathy is my boss.
And she invited me to one of her events, and I became, a pickup photographer, where I'd ask girls to shoot and this and that and everything else. And then they like my work, and I get my work out to them fast. It's well done and everything else. And the next year she made me like a staff photographer, and I shot 80 drop dead gorgeous women in 2.5 days.
Wow.
And got all the edits to them in 3 weeks.
That's amazing.
That's working.
And now I put on events at my ranch.
So the point I want to make is the point I want to make is if anybody wants to make some judgment about his lifestyle, whatever, he's 78 years old. I'm tired of hearing about this trope that he's the lonely old man. Get the fuck out of here with that stuff.
Yeah.
You as a dude, you have a lot longer to go. And the other thing is, my man Barry is out here. When we went to Paradise Challenge, I was beat, bro. It is so hot in Jamaica sometimes. But Barry, no, Barry's up at 6 a.m. every day. Barry's shooting all day because he's on TRT, man. Barry's out there killing. Barry has more energy than me. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's why I wanted to bring you. That's why I want to bring you on here, Barry.
Barry, let me just the final thought.
Sure.
Have you ever had people tell you that guy should act his age? He settle down, like
No,
you should be in a retirement home.
I want to be you when I'm at that age.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. See, listen to this, because I am sick to death of people going, well, Rollo, man, he's in his 50s. He should just act his age. He should cut his hair. He should get into something more respectable. It's like, dude, I'm doing what I do because I enjoy doing this. It's not a front. This is I am who I say I am right here, and I'm really I think probably right now because of maybe it's just the way the culture's changed. Maybe it's because of the internet. Maybe it's because you can make money online. There's so many different. The horizons are the opportunities are way more than when I was like half my age. Much more now. And as a result of that, I'm able to do stuff like this. And so people go, well, he's just they call me an old man, right? And I'm just like, I'm doing what I want to do, and I enjoy doing it. And whenever somebody says, you're going to be a lonely old man, or you should act your age, it's usually other old guys who say, oh, man, I wouldn't want to be like that. And you don't want to be the old guy in the club. And
Aren't
all
you
this other
married,
stuff.
though?
Yeah, I am married.
So then you're not lonely. What
yeah,
are
I'm
they talking
not.
about?
Yeah, I'm not, and I'm not going to be.
He's not lonely because he's here with us.
But,
What are you talking about?
exactly. Look what I do.
But look what I do.
Well, look what I do.
Hey, Rollo, when you first started doing Access Vegas and you went back to Reno, what was the reaction from your wife?
Oh, just fine. She loves it. I mean, come on. I wouldn't be here doing what I do.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but there was more reaction than that you mentioned to me. She was very happy to see you.
Well, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, when I'm coming back, I have a very good relationship with my wife. I think a lot of people want to say, oh, he's only doing this because he has a bad relationship with his wife and his daughter and everything else. They want to make up every rumor they possibly can. And he's going through a midlife crisis. He's trying to pretend like he's 14 again. He's like that.
14.
Yeah, he's a teenager or whatever. He's back in high school or something. And it's like, no, dude. It's like you don't understand my situation, and you never will, because you're stuck and locked into what you're doing right now. And the only way you can think is, oh, that's the lonely old man, which, by the way, used to be the lonely old woman, which used to be, you're going to be a spinster. You're going to be a spinster.
It still is, though. They still tell women you're going to have a cat and you're going to die.
And really what that is, and I'll tell you this, you know what it boils down to is intrasexual competition. It's how older guys compete with other guys. So when a younger guy sees a guy like Barry or myself or whatever surrounded by beautiful women, at least giving the perception that he's getting with these women, you have the ability to do just what she was saying. Guys your age don't have they don't got fucking sense. They don't have a car. They don't have they don't have a job. They don't have any direction in life. So what's happening is women are opting for guys who are older than them, and in some cases maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years older than they are.
Yeah, we want a man.
So what happens is those younger women, then they go, oh, old man, act your age, because because they can't compete with you on that same level.
Rollo, so you explain to me how when you went back home to your wife, because if I was your wife and you came back home to me, I'd be sending you those Jonah Hill texts. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
I love you. I can't wait to see you.
But I don't want, these are my boundaries, and if you want to be with those.
But you're here. He doesn't want to be with that.
Rollo,
I know she's watching right now.
I used to have friends that are happily married, that are my age, and they're still happily married, but their wives don't want their husbands to be friends with me.
Yeah.
Because they have the fear.
Ladies, let me tell you something.
And it's a problem.
Your bunch of ladies want to be friends with me, and a bunch of the ladies' boyfriends want to be friends with me, but the boyfriends don't want their girlfriends to be friends with me, and the girlfriends don't want their boyfriends to be friends with me. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like, dudes want me to get them into the Ignite party to Bill Zarian's house, and the girls want me to get them in, but the guys want me to get them in and not get their girlfriends in, and vice versa. Does that make sense?
That sounds like
absolutely.
so much immaturity all in one group.
It's funny.
Like so much insecurity
am I wrong though?
And maturity.
But am I wrong though? Like that's how it is. Like the boyfriend, like anytime I have a female friend, their boyfriends are like they don't want her hanging out with me, but they want to hang out with me. Does that make sense?
But you know.